Hello again, and welcome to today's video. In this episode, we'll work on improving the AI's awareness of its surroundings by adding touch sense to the AI, as well as a sort of sixth sense that lets the AI detect if the player is behind it and whether the player is crouching or not. We'll start with the easier part, the AI's touch sense. First, go to the AI controller, and inside AIPerception, add a new sense. This time it will be AI Sense Touch, and that's all for the setup. Next, go to AIPerception Updated. Here we'll add the logic for touch. Simply duplicate the vision function we created earlier, rename it, and change the sense class to AI Sense Touch. Also, instead of the old variable cPlayer, we'll create a new Boolean variable called isTouching. Finally, connect our function to the AIPerception Updated event. Now, touch sense is enabled for the AI character, but if we test it now, nothing will happen. That's because we've set up the reception of touch, but we haven't defined when the touch happens or how it's reported to the AI. To fix this, go to the AI character and get the on event hit node. Use the report touch event node. This is what actually tells the AI that a touch has occurred. Connect it to the hit location, and that's it for touch logic. For now, disconnect the vision logic so we can clearly test touch. As you can see, the touch sense works perfectly. Every time I collide with the AI, the touch sense is triggered. Great. Now, let's go back to the AI controller, reconnect the vision logic, and this time add some extra behavior. Every time the AI is touched by the player, it will start chasing the player. Good. That's all for touch sense. Next, we'll create the AI sense of what's behind it. First, create a new custom event and name it checkback. To implement the check, we'll use either a line trace or a sphere trace for objects. But before doing that, we need some conditions. The check should only happen if the AI is not already chasing the player, and it should only work within the AI's vision range, so we'll copy our existing settings here. Now, let's talk about the main logic for detecting behind. In path following, there's something called dot product. It represents the angle between the AI's forward direction and the target point. A value of 1 means the point is in front of the AI, while negative 1 means it's behind. Logically, the AI is usually facing its next target point, so it's always 1. We'll use similar logic to build our back detection system. Here's how. Create a float variable called angle C. If angle C greater than 0, that means the player is behind the AI. We don't check for less than 0 because in our setup, we treat the AI as the target point and the player as the one moving. So greater than 0 means behind. Retrieve the player's location and the AI's location, subtract them, then get the rotation and forward vector, and finally calculate the dot product. Store the result in angle C. With that logic in place, we'll move on to the trace. Use sphere trace for objects. Set up an array with 3 object types: pawn to detect characters, world static, and world dynamic to detect walls or obstacles. This way, if the player is behind a wall, the AI won't detect them. Enable trace complex for one frame and make sure the AI ignores itself. For the start and end locations, start at the AI's head position and end at the player's position, slightly offset upward for better accuracy. Next, check if there's a hit. Use sphere trace for objects, not multi-sphere trace. I made that mistake earlier. Make sure the hit is from a pawn and not a wall before doing a cast to the player character. This saves performance. Then, from the player character, check if the player is crouching or not. Use a do once node for both cases. After that, create a new variable called start warning and connect it to this logic. Then reset the do once so it can run again later. With this logic, if the player is not crouching, the AI gets a warning trigger. If the player is crouching, no warning is triggered. That's all for the current logic. To test, as usual, we'll use a simple print string. At first it's not working, and that's because I forgot to connect it to the event tick. Once connected, it works correctly. When I'm behind the AI, the warning is triggered, and naturally, if I pass the threshold, the AI starts chasing me. As you can see, the detection doesn't even start until I'm inside the AI's vision radius, and if I leave that radius, it stops checking. You can tweak these settings however you like, but personally, I prefer it this way. That's everything for this video. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, we'll add a warning widget to show the AI's alert level and create logic so that if the alert reaches a certain threshold, the AI fully detects the player, starts chasing, and can deal damage. As always, see you in the next video.